YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What's happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., and I am indeed back with yet another fragrance video, okay? So, today, what? Today, what? Take one. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., and I'm indeed back with yet another fragrance video, okay? So, today we're talking about one of the more hyped, one of the more buzzsaw, hyped fragrances that I personally, I haven't seen a hype like this, a consistent hype over a fragrance in quite some time. Now, it may have dialed down a little bit, but at one point you couldn't find this stuff nowhere. And if you were getting it, you were definitely paying way over the Middle East discounted price tag that you can get most Lattafas and Paris Corners and stuff like that. All right, but this deserved the hype. This is one that is absolutely fantastic, and today we're going to give a full review on none other than Lattafa's KHAMRAH. All right, now of course, like I just stated, the hype behind this thing was insane. The race to try to grab this fragrance, especially when the fall and the winter were really getting going. Most people are really in the middle of winter, getting ready to tail out and headed back around the spring. So I've been able to see that this one is out there for purchase. It's not, so many people harassing the discounter sites trying to get this one. But nevertheless, this is still a good one. It's a great one, as a matter of fact, and one of the more doper releases of 2022. Now we're in 2023, and I feel like it's still going to have its same power and same popularity. All right, so we're going to talk about what this thing smells like. We're going to talk about, my experiences with it, my suggestions on where you can wear it, and all of that good stuff, and I'll give it a rating, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's get into the bottle, man. Let's see. So this one, well, before we get started, this one is, of course, heavily compared or heavily thought of to be inspired by Kilian's Angel Share. All right, so let's talk about that for a second. Now, initially, that was the conversation: Angel Share clone. But I think it's safe to say a lot of people who own this fragrance and a lot of YouTube reviewers who review fragrances, we've all come to, well, most of us have come to the conclusion that even though you get little what do you call it? Little traits of Kilian's Angel Share in this. This is, in my opinion at least, this is indeed not an Angel Share clone. All right, it is not. This is something of its own kind for sure. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Inspired by the design, as you can see, the glass cubed kind of whiskey glass, which is really dope in this square shape. Of course, Kilian's Angel Share is that oval, circular style of design with the fragrance. This is taking on that cube shape. So outside of that, this thing kind of really does its own thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this on a tester strip. I've smelled it several times. I've worn it a few times. Let's go ahead and walk through what we got going on here. So of course, we go ahead and check out this atomizer. Very nice. Now, I've talked about this before. This has been in plenty of lists. My, weekly rotations, all of that, man. So this is not nothing brand new, but I just want to give my full thoughts. All right. So in the air, this stuff is divine. All right. It is divine. It is fantastic for sure. All right. So big cinnamon. All right. You do get a lot of sweetness as well. You get vanilla. You do get this fruit, which is called dates. All right, that is really prominent here. We're going to get into the full notes in just a second. So you get this this sweet, spicy vanilla style of a fragrance. Very holiday-ish vibes, very sexy vibes, very date night vibes. It's a lot going on with what you can do with KHAMRAH. All right, so like I said, this is just one of the better releases and talked about fragrances of 2022, and rightfully so. When I first smelled this, I couldn't believe the quality, but immediately I understood the hype. Immediately I understood it, all right? And this stuff is really nice, all right? So let's go ahead and go to Fragrantica and talk about the notes here, all right? So the main accords of this thing, all right, you get a sweet, ambery, vanilla, warm, spicy, cinnamon, woody, fresh, spicy, and fruity style of fragrance. Okay, up top, you get cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot. Down in the mid, you get that beautiful date note, some praline, tuberose, and mahoniol, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Down in the base, you get vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, myrrh, amberwood, and I got aquiala wood, or however you pronounce it. I could be butchering that too, but that's what you get in this fragrance, all right? Now for me, this leans on more of the sweeter side, and don't get me wrong, I do like a sweet fragrance, but I like a certain kind, and this is it. When you do get that spice that's added to it, and then you have the benzoin. Benzoin comes off to me as a richer vanilla, all right, but vanilla's in here too. So along with the praline and all that, you're getting a really sweet style of a fragrance, but that nutmeg and that cinnamon really bring the spice level up to this thing, really at a medium. It's not nothing over the top, but it's very, very complimentary. So sweet and spicy is what you get with KHAMRAH. You know, the cinnamon in this thing is coming right at you, all right? It lingers around pretty good. The dates are coming right at you for sure, and it's just adding to the sweetness from the dates, and then of course you get a little more spice element from cinnamon, okay? So that's what you're dealing with here for sure. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the performance on this thing. Utterly beastly on my skin. I get around 8 to 10 hours of steady performance. The sillage of this thing is incredible. I was complimented heavily the few times that I have worn Lattafa's KHAMRAH, and I get the same type of reaction, like, ooh, what is that? Bro, like I had guys, compliment me, bro, what is that? I had women compliment me, let me know, man, that smells delicious. That was an actual compliment that I received. I've also linked this off to a lot of friends, and they've purchased it. I've decanted this to someone, and they couldn't believe how good it is. So this is one of the more mass appealing successes in my collection, and one that I can remember in the year 2022. So performance is great. I get about 10 hours. Sillage is fantastic. Projection is kicking you in the face, man. Upon spraying this on your clothes or on your skin, this thing is roaring off of you. It checks all the bases for the performance. So all my performance heads out there that are looking for something that is just undeniable and a matter of fact, and you will stand out and be noticed immediately, this is it. Now, do you have to spray heavy? Absolutely not. Even though I'm a part of the guillotine game, well, I'm 6 to 7 sprays, you can indeed, dial this one back a bit, depending on the setting that you're in, for sure. A date night in an intimate setting, maybe you only need 1 or 2 sprays and you'll be good to go, all right? So keep that in mind. Now, is this ultra versatile? For me, I'm gonna say no. This is more of an occasional thing for me. Like I just said, date night, an intimate setting, an intimate party, somewhere where, I might be in a laid back, chill vibe where it's cooler out and I may be layered in my clothing and, maybe a pea coat or a hoodie, then another jacket, something where I could be cozy at. This would definitely complement my mood for sure, all right? Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't wear it to the office because I have. I really wanted to get out in front and wear this thing and really get a reaction from people and see what they really thought. And everything's just been super duper positive, all right? Now, I paid a little bit more than the asking price of this thing at the time. You can go on fragrancebuy.ca right now, and I think this one is around $40, I believe. I paid around $60, $65 for this because one, I really didn't care. I really wanted it because I wanted to see what it was about. I usually don't follow the hype trend, even though I am a fragrance reviewer. This one had my attention and I just had to know, and I didn't want to wait for it to go down in price. So I did what I did. I paid what I paid for. Doesn't matter. All right, I'm glad that I have it. All right. Now, my rating for this thing is definitely, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of a 10. That's right, a 9.5 out of a 10 is what I am giving Lattafa's KHAMRAH. Now for me, this just checks every box, especially in the type of setting that I will wear this in. This is for the cooler months. You can dress this up, whether you're a suit and tying it, in my opinion, or if you're just being cozy, or you're going on a date night, or what, something on that type vibe. Not saying you couldn't wear it to work, because you can, but that's just my preference, what I would be doing with this fragrance. Also, this is unisex, all right? Women can absolutely pull this off, and I haven't smelled it on a woman before, but I have to think that it is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing coming off of a woman, especially if they are, presenting themselves in that really undeniable sexy way. All right, so adding this to that could definitely be something that could cause trouble out there if a woman wears this, which they totally could. Very much so unisex indeed, without a doubt. All right, so performance on this thing, excellent. All right, experience for me, excellent. Okay, price point where you can get it for now, really good, big bang for your buck. All right, I have several discounters below in my description box in the bio. Y'all check it out and hit one of those. You got fragrancebuy.ca, you have Joma Shop. Look there and try to find you a bottle of KHAMRAH, and you will not be disappointed, especially if you're into those sweet and spicy style of fragrances for sure. All right, so great experience with this. I'm glad to have this. We'll always have this. If I catch it for an even sweeter deal, I will get a backup bottle for sure. All right, so that's going to wrap up my full review on Lattafa KHAMRAH. I hope I was able to check all the boxes and really give my experience to you guys, or maybe somebody out there maybe got pushed over the line, so to speak, to say, you know what, I'm going to try a bottle off that. Or maybe you're just not into the sweet and spicy, and that's cool too. All right, it'll make a good gift though for somebody who is into sweet and spice for sure. All right, so this one is a good one to have from the house of Lattafa. Once again, we have KHAMRAH. Great stuff here. Great stuff, no doubt about it. All right, so all right, man, that's going to wrap up the video. Smell Good family, let me know down below in the comments. Do you guys have Lattafa KHAMRAH? What's your experience with it? How do you wear it? What's your rating? I mean, everything that you have with your experience, let me know down below in the comments for sure. Look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about KHAMRAH from Lattafa. All right, so you guys know the drill, man. Y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, splacker up, splacker down, splacker that thing all around. And for someone out there who's asking, what is the Smell Good family? I want to be a part of it too. Simple. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit me down below in the comments so we can talk about what you love and what I love, and that is the art, the beautiful art of fragrance. All right, so until next time, man, I'll holla at y'all. Y'all be cool, man. And splacker. Okay.